So welcome back, everybody. Going for a little jaunt in the forest today. Did some videos the last couple days. Lost them all, deleted them by accident. I don't know what the heck happened. So, but there's some key points that I want to make sure that I redo. So if I stumble, it's because I'm trying to touch on some points that I already touched on, but lost. So I want to give you a little bit of backstory because I think it'll help you to understand some of the insight that I have. Okay, so I just don't want to get lost out here. So basically, I worked in hospice palliative care for over 5 years. And working in hospice palliative care, people are dying around you every day. And you're not only interacting with the people that are dying, but you're interacting with their family as well. So from that, I learned a great deal. I learned so much. I could sit down. I was comfortable enough that I could sit down with someone who was dying and have a really in-depth talk about life and death. So a lot of my decision making through this cancer thing, I thought would probably be based on what I learned in hospice care. So don't get me wrong. Like an example. So a friend of mine lives up in Fort Mac. Father was diagnosed with cancer, 6 to 8 months to live. Died over 10 years later of a heart attack. So we never know. We never know. We have a purpose. We have a purpose on this earth, and we're here till we need to do what we're doing, or to do whatever job we have to do, or to learn whatever we're supposed to learn. Anyways, so when I was working in hospice care, because I seen some horror stories, I seen some beautiful endings. Don't get me wrong, beautiful endings. But I also seen some families really struggling. And I always told Sherry I would never have treatment. So when we were going through testing, she was scared. She was stressed. And because I always said I wouldn't have treatment. But I shouldn't have said that. Because we never know the circumstance. We never know the circumstance. So my prognosis was really good. Great chance of cure. So I chose to have treatment. But before coming to that decision, it was horrifying. First of all, I'm not that old, and I'm not that prepared. So I have no life insurance, no health insurance, no nothing. Cruising through life like nobody's business. So when I finally decided to have treatment, it relieved a great deal of the worry and the stress. Because now it's either survive or not. So, also, working in hospice care, we find when we get to that point in life, especially when we get to hospice, we know the end is near. So there's a sense of peace and acceptance that comes with that. Maybe not so much for the families, but definitely for the dying individual. So when I was first diagnosed with my background in palliative care, I was scared. I was really scared. Was I scared to die? No, I don't think I was scared to die. I was scared to suffer. And by telling Sherry all those years that I would never have treatment, I think that was unfair. I think that was unfair. It was unfair to her. Because we never know the circumstance. We could say we're not going to have treatment. And then when it comes time to make a decision. So she worried all that time that I wasn't going to have treatment when I decided to have treatment. So now I'm babbling. Anyways. Next point in case. 10 feet tall and bulletproof. Not. Not. It doesn't matter how big and strong and how much you've been through in your life and how strong-willed you are, and not 10 feet tall and bulletproof when it comes to this cancer thing. So basically, I'm a really strong person, been through lots in my life, found ways to get through things, relied on my inner strength for all kinds of stuff to get through it. Always that guy to pick everybody up and make people happy, and inappropriate humor. Got cancer? Drop to my knees. Drop to my knees. But it's okay. It's okay to be weak and vulnerable. It's okay to be scared. And I was scared. Did I think I was going to be scared of survival? No. I was scared of treatment, and I was scared to put my family through stuff. And I was scared of the finances because I wasn't prepared for a life-threatening disease. Yeah. So it's okay to be scared. It's okay to be vulnerable. I'll get back at you. Welcome back. So, after sharing my backstory, and touching on the weak and vulnerable thing that's extremely uncomfortable, I want to talk about when we sat our daughter down and told her. So she knew I was going through tests and stuff, but I didn't let her know the severity of it because I wanted to wait to see what was going on. Anyway, so she's 27 or 28. I should know. But so we sat her down. Black and white kind of girl. Just give her the details. Really smart. Brilliant young lady. So we sat her down. So, babe, Mom has cancer. And her response to me was, suck it up, princess. Lots of people go through it. Just get it done. And it was the best thing she could have said. Like, some people may think that that's cold and insensitive, but it's exactly what I needed to hear. For one thing, I worried less about her. Less about her worrying. But for another thing, it gave me a whole new perspective. Like, yeah, suck it up, princess. Things could be way worse. So, that's the best thing she could have said. And I thank her for that to this day, because I could have gone into the whole feeling sorry for myself phase. And I really didn't want to do that. I didn't want to add that on top of the other stuff having to go through. All the black and the sick and the yuck and the fear of the unknown and what's treatment going to feel like, and I hate puking. So not having to worry about her really helped a lot. And not going into the feeling sorry for myself. Don't get me wrong. Some days I felt sorry for myself. But it was just little excerpts. It wasn't a whole week or a month or whatever. It was just, yeah, sucks to be me today. So I also want to touch on the surviving thing. Survivor's guilt is a real thing. It's a real thing. After facing a disease that's possibly mean life and death, after we go through that, then we end up going back into the normality of things, and I don't want to do that. I've been given an education and a blessing with this whole cancer thing that not everybody has. And obviously there's something I need to do in life, or there's something I need to learn. But I don't want to go back to just the normal old stuff. I don't want to. I want to mobilize. I want to empower. I want to change people's lives. Survivor's guilt is a real thing. Like, why me and not that little 10-year-old that was going through treatment at the same time? Why did I survive? Why did we survive? Anyways, sometimes I cut off my videos a little short because they get difficult. But I gotta do it because I'm learning so much from these things. I'll get back at you. So, the 5 good deed thing, oh my God, not easy in one day. Like what? So, I think I figured out a trick though. You gotta double up. You gotta double up on the deeds. Like, but if you're stuck in an office and stuff, you know, patting someone on the back saying, good day, good job. Or a kind word to someone like, you look really nice today. Or those are good deeds. Those count. But a good example that that lady mentioned to me was like at the grocery store, those little individual wrapped cookies on the counter. If there's 2 kids in the lineup behind you, buy 2 cookies. That counts. That counts. Because that family, they'll talk about the crazy lady at the grocery store that bought the kids cookies. Anyways. So, I think I'm going to stop videoing today. Because we're getting into some pretty crazy stuff. And what's interesting is that I get Sherry to review these videos before I post them because she's my damage control. And she's learning a lot too. She goes through these videos and she just looks at me and says, babe, I didn't know that's how you felt. She's learning so much. So these videos are so therapeutic for both of us. I almost feel selfish because I think this is going to help me so much. And I just want you to know that I appreciate every one of the shares that you're giving me. Because it makes me feel like I'm making a difference. And every time one of my videos shared, there's a good possibility it's going to touch someone that needs it that day. So thank you very much for even the kind comments that I'm getting on Facebook. Like, most of my videos are just shared with friends and family on Facebook. They are on YouTube as well. But I think they're viewing them from Facebook. So the comments I'm getting is from friends and family on Facebook. And it means the world to me. The feedback warms my heart. So I'm going to sign out with peace, love, and purple socks. And again, thank you very much. Don't forget to pick a day. 5 good deeds. I gave you a little tip today. And peace out, folks.